Today, I'll be playing Fortnite only up in Fortnite. How crazy is that? We'll face challenges in difficult terrains, maybe some lagging, but we can do it together, right guys? After loading up a server, it was time to choose our difficulty. I went with normal because I'm just that arrogant. Then I realized I didn't really know how to sprint, and that's kind of a crucial tool for this game, so I guess we'll see how this goes. At first I tried to speedrun it by skipping the first plank, but then I fell, so I decided to just, stick by the book, and I didn't end up making it to the third plank. After a few failed angles, I realized it was better to approach the planks with a front view, but it seemed you couldn't really do that with the third plank, and I either missed the mark or just kept hopping over it. At one point I actually glitched off of it, so I decided to return to lobby and reload the server. I got to plank number 1 on my first attempt, but I couldn't quite overcome the third plank. Then I accidentally emoted and started glitching. I don't really know if those two are associated, but whatever. I actually glitched mid-air and decided I was done with this map and I just wanted to try a new one. Only up castle seemed like a perfect pick. Just had to follow the arrows. Off the bat I was trapped in this bird cage thing until I just hopped out. Now we can finally start our journey. I got a running start for the first floating rock thingy, and thank God for climbing because I almost fell twice. I learned that this rock with a tree on it served no purpose and I went back to the original path. And you won't believe this, I actually got saved from a glitch. So yeah, I should have seen that coming, I guess. Have no fear, we can respawn. Shortcut. I went into it pretty confident, but then I actually just walked off the rock instead of jumping again, and this was actually outrageous. On this part I actually ended up not learning from my mistakes and still fell. Luckily we finally made it to the boat. Gazebo. I was actually a bit fearful with these logs because I didn't know if they were trying to trick me or not, but I made it, so hooray. Now it was time for this random tree. Hopping on this wooden staircase was actually a lot scarier than I thought it would be, and I ended up falling multiple times. But before that I actually made it to the top on my first attempt, and I wasn't quite sure what to do, so I just bounced on this random tire, and then I turned around to see the next step. I know that looked staged, but it wasn't, trust me. I know what I had to do, but the tree messed me up, so that's sad. As I was enduring this painful experience, I actually fell all the way to the bottom, which is unfortunate. But then I finally made it to the tire and was able to bounce onto the rock. Pirate ship. I made it onto the first pillar with much ease, but then this happened. Very risky. And then these railroad tracks screwed me over because I didn't know they would make my feet slippery, so that's unfortunate.